stole your mama picture, bitch. I stole your mama picture, bitch. I stole your mama picture, bitch. I stole your mama picture, bitch. Young and wild, black and wild.
Oh, that's good.
Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Fix My Black Excellence with yours truly, Big 12. We got over here, first and foremost, Mrs. Big 12, the love of my life, also my wife. And we got my guy at the top, Ira the Butcher, kid stealing, willing and dealing, son of a gun. But last but not least, we have Miss Yannie Brown, author, blogger, speaker, and certified relationship educator.
Yeah.
Woo.
Welcome.
Snaps.
To Fix My Black Excellence, Miss Yannie Brown. How are you doing today?
I am wonderful. I'm wonderful. Today's a good day.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Every day. Every
Oh,
day that the Lord has made.
Man.
Well, hey, guys, I got you here today because, you know, we have a very special subject. It's touching on the last two that we have done. I know that we was getting on the passport bros and nothing as women and everything else. So today we're gonna try to figure this thing out. I am on the scene trying to get it understood.
Oh, Lord.
What is the root cause of relationship failure and Black relationships not being able to go the distance? Now, Ira, you've been pretty hard on the ladies, man.
Yes.
Can you expound on one root cause? One.
Well, before I get to the root cause, Big 12, I'm glad you having this show today. Myself personally, as a single brother, I'm in the dating pool, and there's a certain type of woman I'm looking for. You ready to hear it?
I know that's right. Okay.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
We getting somewhere.
Oh,
okay.
I'm ready.
This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a woman under 6 feet tall, makes 6 figures a year.
Oh, no.
I got 3 children, all of them grown, but I need somebody to come help elevate me. I'm saying, and I'm available. Lord knows I am. Now, how that sound to you?
Hold on, let me just get it. Hold on. As you were speaking, I can't write that fast. Public education over here. Under 6 foot. You need to be under 6 foot.
Under 6 feet.
Make 6 figures.
She makes 6 figures.
And what was the last one?
Huh?
And what was the last one?
Available and can help elevate my life.
But keep in mind, he also has 3 children.
They're grown.
But they're grown. They're grown.
Okay.
They out the house. Now, you know, I'm just saying, I ain't asking for much.
Now, I can't put Ira's email or phone information in this video.
But we can put it in the comments later.
In the comment, if you put in the comment, if you are one of them ladies, you know, we'll get them to you.
Is that the list? Is that the list of requirements?
That's all it is.
That's the extent. Okay.
I just want the 6 figure. That's all I want.
Okay. So now I can speak freely, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Please.
Yes,
oh, yeah.
Please.
So then my question then becomes, say she comes in the door with 6 figures, you fall madly in love with her, and something happens to those 6 figures, then where is she at? Outside on the curb? I mean, I'm just curious, because oftentimes we have these lists of what we want, need, and desire, but who we need may
coming
not
in hot.
fit into that mold. So I'm just curious as to how that defines who she is and what she brings to the table.
Right. And I hear you. And the reason why, and I'm glad Miss Yannie said that, because we're gonna expound on all that. But the reason why I end with that, I just wanted women to understand. See how foolish I sound? See how
you did the bait and switch. I see what you're doing.
How that sound? Now you get these shows that's out there, and these women coming up there with 5, 6 kids, but yet I'm waiting for a 6-figure man to come and fix my life and take. Come on.
Not fix my life.
Fix my life.
Not come, girl. Not come and fix my life. Like
again, I know a young lady live in hotels, got 12 kids.
Oh.
Okay.
How well
that's a beautiful number.
Do you know her?
Trust, not like that. No.
Okay.
No.
Well, is one of them 12 wearing a burgundy suit and tie right now?
Hey, it's you'd be amazed the things that a lot of people get themselves in certain over the umbrella of love in relationships.
Right. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
A vast wall of people that have. I've seen women become homeless with men. Seen women pick men up at a homeless shelter. I seen men pick women up at a battered women's shelter. Again, the monopoly is big and huge. But when it comes to relationship, to me, when I talk about the black folks or the black relationship in America, that's the thing that I push for. I would love to see all brothers with just beautiful black women, but unfortunately, that's a glass half full now, because in this day and time, in this era of time, you're really not going to see much of that almost anymore. You're going to see it, but it's if the further you go and grow and travel this world, you're going to see all type of nationalities committing to one another because folks fall in love. They don't even look at the racial show. They don't see if you're black or you're white. They just fall in love. I got plenty of brothers that's married to white women, and let me tell you, they live a wonderful life.
Well, Bush, man, I got to push back real quick because you know what my run reason is.
Yeah.
Delusions of grandeur, man.
Mm-hmm.
People got expectations that are higher than the moon.
Yeah.
If you work at Walmart, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna marry the NFL football player. Is it safe to say that, Miss Yannie?
Here's the thing. Men, seriously, they don't care what your bank account looks like if they're coming for you.
Right.
You can work at McDonald's, but it's what purpose do you serve in his particular life at that particular time? I don't think men are clocking for 6-figure women, and I'm not saying that that's not a requirement, but it's not the sole requirement. It's not the deal breaker for their relationship and or their marriage. Because most of the time, men that make that big bank, they're not really necessarily wanting you to work anyway because they want you to be at their disposal, be ready to go on vacations. You ain't got to put time in for your 3-4 days off. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So here's my thing about it. If you're the man that has the money and you yourself are we'll stick to the whole 6 figures. If you're making your own money, you don't really give a shit what she's making. But what you do care about is the fact that she has her own. Don't need me to fund your lifestyle. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Don't need me for that. I want to know that you got a mind of your own and that you're able to do everything on your own and you're not with me just because of what I can do for you financially. Okay, I think that's what matters, and that's what real men actually care about.
And real men is used very, very loosely because there's a lot of real men out here beating, slapping their women upside the head and got 12 kids floating around and not taking care of anybody.
If you're talking about that kind of man, that is not what I consider a real man. I don't consider that to be a man at all. When I say real man, I mean someone who is responsible, who has the mind. Like, when you get into the conversation of deal breakers, okay, I could list, okay, well, he's got to be black. He's got to have this kind of job. He's got to have that, and that. But never did I list, oh, well, he can't beat my ass and be a child molester. Oh, well, wait a minute. You didn't put that in the list. No, of course. Of course not. Because that's not the kind of guy that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So when I say real man, I mean a standard, like not run of the mill, just regular dude. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So when both of you ladies, thank you for your suggestions as well. when you say that men aren't looking for the financial part of it, is it safe to say that that's what the women are looking for mostly?
Well, let me start by saying not all men, because I don't want to put anyone in a general category. Because there are some men that are, because it's now cuffing season, so it's a couple of people looking for somewhere to stay right now. So there's that reality. So yeah, they're looking for somebody that makes six figures and can take care of the home because they don't have one. But it just depends on what you're looking for at whatever time you're looking for a thing in your life. What you needed in your 20s, you may not necessarily want to need in your 30s or your 40s or your 50s. Your desire is going to be something altogether different. I think the real issue is being honest with whatever those feelings are, or whatever those wants, needs, and desires are.
Most definitely.
That makes sense.
What I'm starting to realize is everybody wants somebody, but it seems like one group is wanting the same person or type of person. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
Ira spoke on, the dating shows online and things of that nature. Now, when I go out into the regular world, it's completely different than what these people are saying online. Now, to be honest, let's just be honest. Some people get online because they want to get famous. Do y'all agree?
I agree.
So when it comes to clickbaiting, my cousin has his own show called Never Too Much TV, and they did a show called Poor and Popular, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that just want to have their face on YouTube screen, Facebook screen. So they're willing to say anything just to have a viral moment with the hopes of whatever comes with that, And with a lot of younger men, what I see, they watch things like Fresh and Fit podcast,
Oh God.
Kevin Samuels, Anton Daniels. The list goes on and on.
Right.
Now, let's just be honest. How many of them men are happily married? How many of them men are still married? Don't quote me on this, but I heard with Anton Daniels and Rita, it ain't love in paradise no more. Now I ain't saying that he ain't a hell of a guy. I don't know. But in my book, if you ain't chopped wood growing up, I can't fuck with you. So I don't care how much money a man make. If you ain't got that blister right there on your pinky, then you ain't even considered a real man to me. You know how many times I done rode on the side of the road and seen men sitting in their car with a flat tire, waiting on AAA to come.
Or those same guys sitting in the passenger seat while their lady is pumping gas.
And paying for the gas.
Yeah, I've
getting the oil change.
Oh yeah.
Now I blame the women for that because you choosing that man now. We can't put it all on Pookie and Bookie now.
Well, I don't put it on them.
We all know what Pookie and Bookie bring to the table.
I wish we'd find some new names for these niggas because I'm about sick of hearing Pookie and Ray Ray and Bookie. But I'm gonna call them Tyrone. I'm gonna call that nigga Tyrone.
Man and Nut.
And Nook Nook.
And Nook.
Yeah. Them boys got what you call a strong back.
Miss Yannie, can I ask
strong back.
Have you ever dated a Pookie or Ray Ray, Miss Yannie?
I've not dated a Pookie or Ray Ray, but I have had a fuckboy or two. In truth be told,
and that nigga's name was Tyrone. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I just want to name something else.
Close enough. But just like everything has a purpose.
Right.
Every person has a purpose. And once you realize, like I said, what you want, need, and desire, those purposes change, or you would ideally hope that it would. That's why so many people are getting divorced now older. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not. There's a lot of people getting divorced in their 60s, their 50s, even their 70s, because they just decided I got some more living to do and this ain't that anymore.
You're absolutely
That's
right.
True.
But you know what I've noticed when it comes to relationship advice, that nobody never talks about the character of a person. We don't talk about the character of a person. We look beyond the character and see what the materialistic thing they can do. They can give me what they can control, certain things they control, certain aspects of their life. But when it comes to a character of a person, I think that should speak profoundly to the individual that was trying to talk to them. If a woman looks for, if she indeed serious about her as well as a man, my first thing is I will look for the character in the woman that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the big butt and big this and big that. No, the BB, whatever, big W's and stuff. No, that's fade and go away. But if you don't have character to sustain you, if you don't have character to sustain in a relationship through the rough times, the good times, the bad times, then you basically in something that really, once everything falls apart, it falls apart. Then somebody else is on the road getting out of there. I've seen that in quite a few relationships, because you will come in with we'll come in. This is how I see it. We come in in a relationship with expectation, but we forget about the characterization. We just come in with expectations, what we look for that individual to bring in my life, to pour in my life. But when that person don't meet that standard, because they never had the characterization for that. So we throw away the characterization of an individual, but we look at the material possession of what someone can do for us. That's pretty sad. I believe where we at.
Can I piggyback off that a little bit? You know, not only are we so we meet people, right, and they have these expectations, like you mentioned, but we're also meeting the representative.
That's true.
And the representative can hang out and hold out for about 3 years, roughly, is kind of what I've researched and found out. So you meeting this person that's giving you their absolute best version of themselves. And then the beauty in like something healthy and sustainable, right, is that they see what the potential is and who they can be and who they can become in a thing, right? And then they go on and be great. And then there's the other side of that just can't be who they thought they were anymore. And then now everything kind of falls by the riverside, and then nobody revisits what the expectations were. They don't revisit what the standards were. Kind of like, you know how you have to renew your driver's license and you go in and you take the test again and they say, okay, do you want to drive another however many years they give you your license for? I think a lot of times we're not tapping back into these relationships. And like I said, people change. And like who you were in your 20s, you know, you may not be that person in your 30s. And I think that's something that needs to be reinvestigated or rediscussed, because like I said, nobody's really discussing expectations, roles, responsibilities, what you gonna do. Is mom and daddy coming to live with us if somebody, you know, gets sick or whatever? We're not talking about real issues that can come up in relationships because we so busy falling in love with like.
And to piggyback off of that, you know, me and Miss Big 12, you know, we married in real life. And, you know, we practice a lot of different things in our relationship. Communication is the number one thing.
Absolutely.
The second thing is understanding that we're growing every day. My standards yesterday might not be my standards today, but without that open line of communication, how's she gonna know? He can't read my mind. I can't read hers. And that's why I'm so big on delusions of grandeur. But something else that me and Miss Big 12 talked about yesterday, a lot of people are out here dating for the P and the V.
Yep.
And I think that's the number one thing, because if the foundation is built on that, then that's all you're going to get, because there's a better P and a better V out there. And I got a better V for you. I got 3 of them. Values, virtues. You want to guess the third one?
Ira.
No.
Vision.
Oh, yeah.
A man without values, virtues, and vision, he ain't got no place for a woman, because she needs those things. She needs a man to follow.
So Big 12, so his character don't have a play in it.
That's a part of values,
part of
virtues, characters mixed in there.
Okay.
If you can't have
what you value as a man,
right,
shows up.
That's a part of your characteristic.
That's a part of your character. Your vision, that's a part of your character. All those 3 things that's a part of your character for me. And very early on, I mean, like, and I am not one, I never wanted to get kids. I never wanted to have kids, and I never wanted to get married. And I know it sounds really weird. Oh God, you welcome. But I never wanted to do either one of those, basically because, well, mainly I wasn't gonna have kids without getting married, but I didn't want to ever have them because I never thought, with the way that the dating world was, I never thought that I'd actually find a man that was worthy enough to have a child with me, because I know what kind of person I am.
Right.
And I've never faltered. I've been the same chick since 5 years old, headstrong, always on my shit, always just doing what I needed to do, and it was always right, and I mean, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I've always been the same person. I don't change. So I never thought that I would find a guy that would just, one, be anything like my father, who was a great father, bad husband, but good dad, But for me, I'm like, I need better than that, and I know I'm not gonna get it. So I will travel, I'll live my life, no passport, ho over here. But I would travel and I would read and I'd learn, and I play 5 different instruments. I'm working on 6 and 7, but I know, speak the different languages, go as far as I can in my education. But I will pour into me because I know that I'm not going to have that. And then I met this dude, and it was like, oh, you want how many children? I think I've got ovaries, I've got the eggs, I've got the makeup. I can, yeah. So what now? When do you want to do that? Like, it just fit. His vision then became my vision. I could see what he saw, not only in himself, but in me. You know what I'm saying? So it was easy. It was just easy. And what you don't have right now.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about
that? Yeah.
Because we've been conditioned over the years that it's not easy.
Right.
Yeah.
We've been conditioned to.
Oh, I've got to struggle with him.
And struggle, love, and ride or die, and
trauma bond, a freaking trauma bond. Yeah. No.
I've been promoting that a lot lately because it shouldn't be complicated. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to have complications.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm
saying nigga gets on my nerves. Yeah.
Should not be complicated.
She cussed me out earlier.
But guess what? Y'all still love
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I did not. But it's time management, It's time, like, you have, like, I don't feel like you're supposed to argue.
No.
Now, we can have a conversation, and I can tell you were dead ass wrong. But you know what? You can do the same thing to me too. And I'll be like, we always say the same thing, like, you know what, babe? Goddamn, you were right. But I have girlfriends of mine that are 2 years, 1 and 2 years into the marriage, and they're ready to separate. They're ready to get divorced. Oh my God. Mrs. Big 12, bitch, I need your help. Like, no, you don't. I don't know why you got married. You were not marriage material, or he wasn't marriage material. And it's like, you got with this dude thinking that you would change him, but you couldn't change. He was a dog before you met him.
His mama
and
couldn't
he's still
change
a dog.
His grandmama couldn't change him.
The worst thing for him,
man ain't gonna change unless he want to change for you.
That's it. And
I think Miss Big 12 and Miss Yannie, I think that a lot of folks, I say it again, that is going into relationship with a great expectation.
Mm-hmm.
And when they see when that expectation is not lining up or where they see themselves, they out, man or woman. Yeah.
And that's so
not always. Not always, because some of them stay longer than they want to stay, and they pay more than they want to pay.
That's true.
They stick around wishing and hoping,
Mm-hmm.
wishing and hoping that the person either becomes, because again, it's the persona, the person that they showing up as, and they're waiting on that person to return. But if that person was never that person, what are they returning to? So, they're not always out, but I think a lot of us are tired, men and women. I think a lot of us don't see value, vision, and what was that other one that you said? Value, vision, what was the other V?
Virtue.
Value,
they don't see
vision,
value, vision,
virtue.
and virtue.
And they probably never had virtue.
And anything sustainable.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like especially not long term.
So, Miss Yannie, let me ask you a major question here. For a lot of single women, even in older women as well, what will be some of the greatest advice you would tell these women to look for in a man? Or if they have given up, some of them have given up. They care less, as well as men. A lot of men the same way.
My advice to both men and women is to live your life, and in living your life, your person will discover you and you'll discover them.
Okay.
Just
I love that.
like Mrs. Big said, she was living her life. She was playing several instruments. She was traveling and ran into her man. And I can guarantee you, when she ran into him, he wasn't the guy that was on her list.
Right.
Not with the father. Do you understand what I mean? Because a lot of times we have these lists.
Because I'm 101 and she's my 101.
Yeah. So if you think about it, somebody who makes six figures ain't got a lot of time to cuddle.
Yeah.
No.
Because they got to go to work. They got to go make that money. You make 1 or 2 vacations a year, one with the kids, one with the family. They don't
see. Oh my God. That stuff is so superficial to me. Like, I don't, and here's my problem. And I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut across you. I'm bad at doing that. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm so sorry. But like, I hate this 6-figure bullshit. It makes me angry. It's like, okay, he makes 6 figures, but he hasn't picked up a book in how long? He hasn't taken a walk. What's his blood pressure look like? Like, he makes 6 figures, but
what's his pulse look like? Is he a nice guy?
Yeah.
Can you have a conversation
is he a
with
good
him?
guy? Yeah.
Not just that. Let's be honest. It's a bunch of Negroes making 6 figures, and their wife is at home homemaking.
Yeah,
they in the
he
same
got a whole house.
They in the same 99% with everybody else. That same nigga that got 100,000, they got a fucking stimulus check too. So we acting like 100,000
and they got it.
is a goddamn 100 million.
Yeah,
like,
it really isn't.
Can we hire our standards on that?
Right.
Because 100,000 after taxes, what he bringing home? 83.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, see, okay, but you got to remember the term 6 figures also became really big when the term a hot girl came into the picture.
Oh, okay, high value man.
You got a hot girl, a high value man, and six figures. You got to be 6 feet, and he has to make 6 figures.
I'm a great value man myself.
That 6 foot dude may not treat you like that 5'7" dude. You know what I mean? Like, you may want the 6 figure guy, but the 5'7" dude is who you need.
Yeah.
And guess how tall Ira is? 5'8". What I tell you, Ira, you are at least the average, if not taller.
Well,
5'8". Hey, bro, I'm telling you in there.
I know some 6 feet dudes, and they treat women bad, bro. They deliberately treat them bad. They deliberately.
Yeah. And see, 6 figures isn't what it used to be either, because I know bras that are looking for way more than that. Like, they will laugh at a guy. Oh, you make 6 figures. Okay, well, I mean, that's like my maintenance. So you need to make double than that. Like, I mean, it's not what it used to be, but it's inflation. But this whole thing, it's like the 6 figures. It's the dumbest thing I ever heard of.
It's like, can we have a different conversation? Can we have a different conversation about?
And why are you so worried about his bank account? Like,
yes,
like
can we connect? Like, do we connect?
Right?
Do we connect on a level outside of the bedroom? Do we connect somewhere else can we connect this on the couch? Can we connect in church? Can we connect in therapy?
Mm-hmm.
Can we connect when we go on a trip together? You know how they say you really get to know a person when you go on vacation with them. Can we connect can we connect in silence?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of people are overlapping that because they're too busy with the list. And let's be honest, we have, you know, because I'm telling my age, but I didn't have all this social media presence and people telling me what is and what isn't. We have so many people telling us who we should be that we're forgetting who we are.
Right. You know, you don't even know. Most people don't even know who they are.
No, I had the honor of driving around some housewives. Don't ask me who they were. They were white women. But I had the honor of driving around some housewives in my other life as a chauffeur.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you those women became their personas. And it's like when you take off the makeup, who are you? You live in this party lifestyle. And again, there's nothing wrong with any of it. But when you take off your wig at night and your makeup and the gentlemen take off their clothes and you strip down to the bare bone nakedness of you, who are you? And more importantly, whose are you? And that's the kind of person I want to get to know.
Yeah.
You know, I want to get to know the person that doesn't mind being vulnerable and naked with me and transparent. And we are so far from that it's hard for us to really see who's who and what's what.
Yeah, because what if, I mean, those 6 figures, what if he's 6 figures, but he's got 4 inches of a chicken nugget and you have no edges? Do you guys still love each other?
Baby, because let me tell you, you can have 6 figures, but if you're not willing to add some products into that bedroom with them 4 inches chicken nuggets,
stop it, honey.
Oh
my God.
Time out. I have to ask the ladies of the group.
Yannie, no.
I gotta ask you, Al. You know
she
I got
telling
to
the truth though.
But you know I got to ask it. So in y'all opinion, what y'all think is more important? Money or dick?
Pause.
She said pause. Listen, we can't pay bills with dick. Let's just be clear. You can't pay not damn bill with dick.
No.
Now, what has to go hand in hand though is understand, like you said, communication, understanding, compromise, commitment. If we in a thing, then we're in a thing. Now, what I like to tell those people that are a little short, you have other things that can satisfy your partner, but you got to be open to those other things that's going to satisfy your partner.
And you put, in other words, you better put that gap to work. That's what that means. You better put that gap to work. That's what that means.
I use everything I can to my advantage, but let's just be honest. Let's just be honest here. Miss Yannie, tell the average over-the-road truck driver that. Because he's sending that money home every week.
But he's also spending it on lot lizards.
He can't send that home. You know how many over-the-road truck drivers I know?
Wife doing things they get.
Wife getting knocked down by their brother that's the black sheep of the family.
See, but that's an issue that haven't been a conversation about. Why did they get married in the first place? Because see, if my man is a truck driver, you best believe I'm gonna be on some of them road trips with him.
Hell yeah.
And we're gonna be doing all the things on the truck, around the truck, in the back of the truck, on the hood of the truck, lights on top, up on the top of the truck if it'll hold us. But a lot of us get into a thing, we get comfortable in a thing, and then we forget why we got together to begin with. And I'm sorry, but some of us just don't know how to keep our men and women.
That's true.
Because we take for granted that I got you now, I ain't got to do nothing extra.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything to cultivate this relationship.
Forgot how to date. Forgot how to talk. Ain't nothing wrong with a good morning text every now and again. I send me 12 one every morning.
I ignore the hell out of them. I'm kidding. No, I don't. I call immediately. Yeah.
You do, but just imagine if I didn't send you one. You're gonna think I feel some way about you.
That's true. She definitely gonna side eye you.
Yeah. So no, I'm vocal.
Consistency might be more important than anything.
That's so much bigger. That's so more important. Like I need consistency because again, being a Scorpio, screw that. Most women, we will start to second guess you when you don't show up or when you show up consistently a different person. You know, you did this one week and then the next week you did this and then you switch this up. We are always going to pay attention to your
setup.
Like, yeah, exactly. And if that shit is running funny, then I'm going to start doing detective work. And I guarantee you, detective work, you will start to figure out, okay, hold on a second. Something don't sound right. You'll find it. When you go digging, you find it. And that takes me back to these marriages that aren't going the distance, or Black relationships that aren't going the distance. It's like, it's secrets, you know, like Yannie said, you showed up as one person and now I look a year later and you're this guy. Like, what happened? Like, no one's paying attention to that.
Now, baby, I think you was reading my mind just then, because we was giving out a bunch of solutions.
I normally do, but go ahead.
But we supposed to be talking about the root cause of relationship failure.
Number one, secrets.
Now, Ira.
Like,
okay, see, that's what I'm saying. Now, Ira, what? I'll say you, sir. The number one root cause of Black relationship failure.
The expectation that people go into it expecting. They're not really getting to learn each other. There a lot of folks will meet you. Man, I'm gonna speak about myself personally. Some years ago,
long time ago.
Long time ago.
Back when R. Kelly was popular.
Hey, when you could meet them today,
don't talk about the R now.
You can meet some of them today, and by now, it's a done deal. And then they expect me to keep coming. No, and then I get a text message like, "Hey, my love, what? I just met."
Oh no, Ira, are you smashing past?
Listen, Ira, you lonely now.
Are you smashing past?
Back in the day.
Let me
now
find out.
I'm much older now, so I'm more reserved now. You understand what I'm saying? I'm more reserved now, so now I don't do that. I don't do that.
Right.
So now I just work towards who I am, and when it comes to relationship, I try talking to women, but when I start hearing some of the things they say, I change the whole subject. I just change the subject.
You curve it.
Yeah. I say,
so, hey, Yannie, okay, I'm sorry, and forgive me if I'm being personal. Are you single? Are you dating? Or
I am as single as the day is long. And
you single as I know.
Yes, I know. Shocking, right? And here's the running thing.
Look at the top.
I see Ira. The thing that is interesting about that is, because I ask all the time, and I even ask my exes. I'm very, very open with conversation wise, and I'm a firm believer that no man, please understand, whoever's watching this podcast later, no man is intimidated by a woman. Please hear my voice when I say that. There is not a man on this earth that is intimidated by another woman. If you look at homeless men that will beg you for your money, there's no man that is intimidated by you. Now, what I've realized is that there are certain men that don't want to put in the work.
Oh.
Now,
stop. She said something deep.
What I mean by that is, okay, say you go to a club, you go to a club and you see 5 women, and they may all be together or they may not. One is going to be easy. One is going to be, she's the girl that's going to be dancing and ain't no music playing.
2 of them going to be easy.
That's the drunk.
Two of them going to be easy.
It might be. And then you got the other one that's just watching everybody purses. And then you got the other one that's watching everybody and all her girlfriends. And then you got another one that's just kind of having a good time and off into her own self.
Well, hold on. You forgot about you also got the bitch. You got the bitch in the crew.
Right.
Well, I try not to hang out with them, but yes, you got them. And in that group, the man has already decided, based on what he wants and what he needs and what he's willing to work for, which type of girl he's going to go for. So for me, I'm learning that I'm the cool girl. I'm the girl that's going to make the food for, the football parties. I'm just getting into football, so I'm really starting to like that. So
my God.
I'm finding that I require the work.
Yannie, forgive me. What sign are you?
I'm a Pisces. See?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. My allergies are kicking in. Hold on. You're a Pisces?
I am. I am a lover.
Hey, girl, we don't hang out. We're going to hang out.
No.
My best friend's sign is a Pisces. My mother is a Pisces.
Last show, Ira, you said you single too, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, 12, you thinking the same thing I'm thinking, 12.
No, I ain't thinking that.
Yeah, you are. You are.
I'm just putting one and one together. You know?
Okay.
One and one makes two.
One and one makes.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, hey.
Well, last show we talked about, I told you I got a trip coming up to Brazil.
No one cares about Brazil. No one cares.
Me and the fellow.
You might be able, you might be able to add a +1. You know what I
mean? How do you feel about tropic weather, Yannie? About warm weather.
As long as it's not hurricane season, I'm definitely good in the tropics. I think I tan well,
Oh yeah.
Let me just now this is TMI, but I'm in my age of season where I'm completely comfortable with who I am and how I am. So and then there's that other side of me that is just completely who I am. So I am loving this season in my life, even though I am single. And yeah, I do get frustrated sometimes because I'm like, how can I? I listen to the song by, I can't even remember who it is, but it's called SOS and it's called Sex on something. But
no, I know the song you're talking about.
One particular line, she says, I'm way too sexy to be alone. And I get it. I get this particular season in my life that I'm a lot.
Yeah.
I'm on from the time I get up until the time I crash and burn. And from what I've been told, that's a lot for men. I have
but
a lot
of what it's not? That's so not true. What it is it's enough and it's perfect, but it's too much for
the wrong person.
Dude. Yeah.
It's too much. And I'm okay with that too, because I'll read you out real quick. I have some random questions that are dating that are hilarious to most people. They're like, okay, why are you asking that? My first question is, are you a giver or taker? And if you don't know what that means, then we don't need to have another conversation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I kind of use the same strategy because studying sociology and psychology in college, man, the simplest questions can give you the best results.
Absolutely.
My favorite one is, what's your favorite song of all time?
Oh, yeah.
Mine is Fantasy by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh,
what about you, Ira?
Well, my I tell you what, I love Happy Days with he passed away.
Frankie Beverly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, baby?
I went to 5 of his concert.
I have 2. I will not I would love to say one, but I have 2. Night and Day by the Temptations. That's number 1.
We played that at our wedding. That's right.
I walked down the aisle to that song.
Y'all so cute.
Stop! Don't tell him that. But yeah, you're right. And then my second one is kind of like a tribute to my mother and my grandmother, and it's As by Stevie Wonder.
Nice.
So
y'all are such cultured people. I got 2 favorite songs.
Can I say this?
My first favorite. Wow, you gotta let me get my favorite song.
Yeah. What's yours, baby? What's yours? What's yours?
Real Talk by R. Kelly.
God knows.
That song is hilarious to me. That shit cracks me up. If I need a good laugh, Real Talk, that's one of the ones. But also, the Alabamian that I am, the last Mr. Biggs. I take that to trial. I started selling dope back in 1986. I bought a Cadillac and put that right there. Man, it uplifts my spirit. Like you say, baby, I'm simplicated, So
yes.
My favorite comedy movie is What Love Got to Do with It. See, y'all
and
wouldn't
he
even
thinks
think
that's a comedy, and I think it is a horror film.
It is a horror film. It is a horror film. Precious is a horror movie too. What's the other one? Losing Isaiah is a
he
damn.
Thinks that's a freaking.
He's like I'm not with the struggle movies.
No, he's not. He will laugh.
Please don't forget about For Colored Girls.
See, that's
never watch that movie again.
You know, there are some movies that I could just not watch ever again. And
really?
those are some movies that I could not watch ever again, and I'm okay with that.
But you know what most of those are for me are freaking Tyler Perry films. I can't do Tyler Perry. I can't do
Daniels.
Lee Daniels, yeah.
Man, but I apologize, Ira. I cut you off. I had to let you know my favorite, man.
Good.
Now what you was about to jump off the dresser, Ira, what you got?
No, off the dresser. Hey, I want to ask Yannie, what is it and how is it in the Black culture of dating, not all, but majority of a lot of people, why is it that we're missing each other? There really is no, I mean, if you look at the dating pool online where people are dating and put their profiles and stuff, it's millions of people. But then yet in your local area, in your local church, in your local park, in your local library, folks are not really tangling together. They're not really talking to each other. Even on the job, they don't talk. Even, in the neighborhood, they don't. We're missing each other.
What are you about to say, Yannie?
I'm going to tell you why. Because we're doing this.
What I just did.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in the phone.
We're in our devices. And we've been like, okay, so go back. Remember when we used to know our neighbors?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Back when you could ask for a cup of sugar.
Yes. Or if somebody saw you in an emergency situation and they would come to help.
Or they saw you get a package and they put it and they took it for you. Yeah, go ahead.
So we don't know our neighbors. We don't speak to each other anymore. And we're in our devices. I tell women and men it's like, okay, well, what do you do when you're trying to date somebody? You practice this habit for the next 30 to 45 days. You speak to everyone, male or female, and you smile. Because us, especially people of color, women, especially because I talk to more women than I do men, most of us look like we're wearing the weight of the world on our shoulders. And it's not that we are. It's just we thinking about the laundry, the bills that got to be paid, Tommy got to be picked up by 2, and then, worried about this, I'm worried about. So we wear that, right? We don't have time to smile. We don't have time to be soft. We don't have time to look like we're walking a fresh, like the other people where they go, and then, they
like
carry
you're in a Downy commercial.
Yes. So my suggestion to kind of circumvent some of that is to speak to everyone. Male, female, does not matter, and smile.
And the
reason why I say that is because it changes your perspective on what you allow open. When a guy tries to open your door, let him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Because that's important, because a lot of us say we're looking for someone, but everything about our personality, our body language, who we are as beings is closed off from allowing someone in.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I flirt. I keep saying, oh my God. You flirt? You look like a flirt.
All the time. I flirt with men and women. It does not matter.
It's always them red bones. It's always them red bones that be flirting. Yeah. But go ahead. Yeah.
Because
can I just add one thing to that? Because I think you're absolutely right as far as the perception that we give off. But I just got to add one thing to your synopsis. You need to tell them, act like they do in front of their boss. Because I don't care what they dealing with. If they got to go pick up Tommy, pay the bills, the weight of the world on their back, they not acting an ass in front of boss man. They always got a goddamn smile in front of boss man. They be pleasant in the motherfucker with boss man. Hate his guts.
But you know
what? They be smiling in his face.
But go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
I was gonna say, but that also has to go back to some other things too. So before we could even be open, Ira, to receive a partner, we got to be good with us. And there's so many that aren't good with us. You know what I mean? Like there's so many people that are battling some major demons with self-esteem. I'm not good enough. I don't make enough. Social media says I should be this. I should look like that.
Shaming.
I should, yes. And these are very real things. Our own worst critic every day is us. Yep. And men don't talk about it as much as women do, but we deal with that. Mm-hmm. So in dealing with that, a lot of us say we want somebody good in our lives, but we're too busy. You know what I mean? You can't receive somebody if you're too busy. You can't receive something if you holding on to everything like this. So you know, a lot of stuff we need to let go. And until we're ready to let go of some things, we can't really receive what's good to us, good for us, and good with us.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm gonna have to play this back for somebody very, very, very dear to me. So dear to me. Because like for me, I'm a natural flirt. Okay. Like, I don't know why, but you know, dudes, they always go for the short, long hair, pretty girls, or just short girls, pretty girls like us. So I am always smiling. I say hello to everybody, and I've lived in so many different like places, countries I've traveled, but I've always gotten this look on people's faces, like when I open up and I open my mouth and I start talking, and they're looking at me like, oh my God, she's black and she's happy and she's smiling. Oh my God, this is so weird. Hi, how are you doing? And it's like the weirdest experience ever because I was laughing, but I'm serious.
I know what Ira thinking over there. I know exactly what Ira thinking.
And I'm gonna want to hear it. I want to know. But I always get that. I got it the other day when I was at Target and I was looking at the towels, and this woman, she came by, blonde hair, blue eyes. You put whatever race on her you want to, but she was looking at the towels and she was trying to figure out which print looked better. And I was like, hey, you need to go with the ducks. Like, go with the ducks. Those are so cute. And she looked at me as though she saw a ghost. And she was like, oh my God, thank you. My husband was over here talking about the gray towels. I was like, well, do you want gray in your kid's bathroom, or do you want yellow and white ducks on the towels? Like, which one? And they both started laughing. And I've always gotten that. And it's like, to someone that is so dear to me, who's looking for a partner, who's looking like hardcore looking for a man. You know what I mean? Stop looking so goddamn angry. Why do you look so mad?
And stop looking.
And that's what Ira was thinking over there, because that's damn sure what I was thinking, because the overwhelming majority, man, you know, that's the popular trope.
Yeah.
Angry black woman, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. That's what they told me.
I'm honest with y'all guys.
I was faking it till I bought all this new shit. What's that?
In this juncture of my life now, I've been hit on by quite a few white women than black women. And I don't really like go out and reject, like, or the, you know, we'll have a conversation, but you know, they know it's nothing going to lead into, I love black women. You know what I'm saying? But I remember one time I had a lady came back to me just to give me her phone number. Gave me her phone number and gave me her email.
Ira, nigga, that's because you fly.
No,
that's because you're fly. Like, stop.
I'm telling you, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Here come Becky. You know, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it.
Becky with the good hair.
Hey, you got something. Hey, it's something on you and in you, because that ain't never happened to me before. Y'all remember on Lion King how he had to hide and pounce on? Yeah, I had to pounce on every single lad girl I ever. Yeah, especially Miss 12. You know, she tried to give me the phone number to Pizza Hut.
Oh no. He's stupid.
She tried it.
No, I didn't. But you know, like, okay, I feel you on the whole white women coming after you, Ira. But
I'm just saying, I have been, I experienced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I tried dating sisters over here. I've been over 9 years. Again.
Oh, we know, homie.
You know.
Yeah, you told us.
But you're not the only one though.
There you go. There you
go.
So when we talk about what we enjoy doing, I tell people, do what you enjoy doing, just do it somewhere else.
Right.
Oh, what does that mean? Wait, no, hold on. Wait, I want her to go deeper.
She got
what
to
does
go
that
deeper.
mean?
Well, because say for instance, you enjoy a coffee in a bookstore.
Yes.
So start going out of your neighborhood to some other neighborhoods that serve coffee and have books that you like. If you like dancing, then go take a ballroom dance class.
Oh my God.
If you like bowling, don't go to the bowling alley that you normally go to a different bowling alley. If you want to be around six-figure men, then get on the board of the Black Men, 100 Black Men, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, Yannie, look, we sus at this point. So don't get mad when I call you on Wednesday at 9 p.m. and I'm with my homegirl. Don't get mad because I got your phone number. So don't get mad because they need to hear this from someone else other than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to say this stuff all the time. Like, why the hell do you look so mad all the time? You look so angry.
Date you. For every woman that I know, date you. Like so many women, they don't want to go nowhere by themselves. They don't want to do dinner for one. You have until you've tried it as a woman, you will have an amazing time if you go out and there is no competition. And that's the easiest way I can explain it. That's the easiest way I can explain it. But on the flip side to that, you're finding out how you like your eggs, and you have to watch the movie.
Thank you.
That is some movie that as every guy she dated, her eggs were the same as the guy she dated. So in essence, she didn't know how she liked her eggs.
She didn't have any idea.
Figure out how you like your eggs, because you can't tell a man what you like if you don't know what you like. You can't tell a man how to touch you if you don't know what touching you looks like. The man is not going to know you like
you know how you know what you know how to move that rose.
Yes,
you charge that rose and you move it where you want to. But when it comes to your dude, you don't know how to tell. Yeah.
Well, see.
But not only that, people got to learn how to broaden their horizon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See,
every time, if let hypothetically, let's say I took Miss 12 out when we first met. Every time I take her out on a date, we go to Ruth Chris. She ordered chicken tenders. I would have left her ass where she was.
And you should have. And you should have. Right.
I'm tired of seeing videos of women eating crab leg. Crab leg and your pH balance don't match.
No, it don't. Because that poom poom.
Butter and garlic.
I have a whole eggs.
You know what boiled eggs make you do?
Mr.
Boy, stop.
Listen, I have a whole workshop on that, because men and women,
and we're gonna put the link in the description.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
They don't understand how your diet plays a huge part in your sexual
their diet.
Can you please add this to the workshop? Diet. You know how many women don't drink water?
Oh my God.
Listen.
Oh, you and Ira just did the same pattern.
They too busy eating crab legs and butter and
thank you.
And asparagus and whatnot, and it's like
the stank is urine. The stank is urine comes from asparagus.
Let me take you. I have a.
You don't know none of this, Ira?
No. Ira knows. Ira knows.
Ira, I'm gonna bring you to my workshop because.
No, let me tell you why Ira knows. Ira is thinking about that stank kitty cat that he had. That.
Hey, the cat smell like foots.
but hear me out. That's the same for men though too.
Yes,
they on all these different medications, and they not drinking the water, and
your pH balance could be your pH balance could be perfectly fine. But then when you when you meet up with a dude that does not drink water, okay, he smokes Newport 100s, 2 packs in a goddamn day. Okay. and he is angry. Seasoned salt and goddamn anger in that sperm.
Think we figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
The root cause of black relationships failing is lack of drinking water.
Minding your business and drinking water. Minding your business and drinking water.
Your body made of 75% water. You dehydrated in a motherfucker. No wonder they looking so angry.
Yannie, you is so sophisticated. I adore you. You are so funny. And thank you.
Thank you for your presence in Ira.
Thank you for your presence.
I had to take it from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
Just to see how y'all look.
Together. I knew it. I knew it when you did it. I knew it. Did y'all see it when he did it? Y'all didn't see it.
I did. I saw it. Flip that over.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know what? If you take the ball glow at the top on the right, and then you graduate that over with this beautiful cinnamon caramel fucking complexion, and those eyebrows is death, honey. If look at them eyebrows. Oh my God. With the cinnamon and with the ball and the glasses and the cheekbones on the left and the right.
And you left out he can cook. You left that out.
He need to cook. He need to cook. He need to cook.
You left out he can cook.
Yeah, he need to cook.
I can cook.
Ira, honey, boo boo,
you spent more money on cigars than you did on your rent last year. Son of a gun.
Yeah. Stop flying. Stop flying. You don't. Hey, save your frequent.
I ain't say airplane flying. Yeah,
no. Don't say that because that's where it's wrong.
Let that man enjoy his life.
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, enjoy your life, but I'm gonna go deep with it. I'm gonna go deep real quick. My father had a beautiful woman, Creole, good Southern cooking, just beautiful, like beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
He died alone.
Wow.
Because he was a passport bro / hoe.
Wow.
And I love my daddy. I love my dad. He was a good man. He was a good dad. And he taught me a lot. And I was the favorite. But let me tell you something. That man died of a heart attack. And the last name he called, right before he called my own, was my mother's.
Wow.
And I just say that to say that I don't mean to go this deep with it, but I have to say, like, when you know, and when you think that the grass is always greener, you need to know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And you need to and I'll be vulgar for a second. Know you're fucking. You know what I'm saying? Know that. Because when you don't know that, shit like that happens.
Yeah.
You are by yourself. Like Big 12, he knows who's gonna wipe his ass.
Yeah.
Like look to the left, baby. Hey, look to the left. Look to the left. Yeah, right here. Right here. All day long. I got him.
But I got him. Listen, Miss Big 12, that is such a real conversation. And
it is.
People trying to act like that's not a conversation that they should be having, but real talk.
Yeah.
There are so many people that are in our category right now, age range wise.
Yeah.
And the men, as they get older, now they're ready to settle down. Now they're ready for somebody to take care of them. You know.
But guess what? That 25-year-old, that young lady.
She not.
She ain't gonna wipe your ass, dude. She's not. She's
not
gonna give you a corner
correctly.
Right.
Not
she's not gonna separate them. Right. Yeah.
Nope. Take all these.
You might take 2 blood pressure pills in one day.
Yeah.
Okay. But your diabetes, she gonna keep up with she's not gonna keep up with your numbers.
Nope. She just gonna make sure you got that 1 get hard pill, and that's gonna be that.
And that's it. Right. So,
and that's not to scare you or anything like that. That's just a very real thing. Like, but the sad part about that is, and I'm gonna get real serious real quick. The older men can always go younger.
Yeah.
And they may find one of those 5 women that's going to do right by him. The
That's true.
unfortunate thing about women is women don't want older when they get older.
No.
And the younger men, some of them are great, some of them not so much.
Yeah.
So we're kind of left in this double conundrum here when it comes to relationships. And when you ask me what's impeding us from having long-lasting relationships, it's everything under the sun. But
Right.
what can have us having long-lasting relationships is realistic conversations about expectations, realistic conversations about what we want from a relationship standpoint, from a sexual standpoint, from a financial standpoint. All of those things are critical to the growth and longevity of the relationship. And then having real conversations about these kids, because a lot of people have kids, they raise their kids, and then they don't know each other anymore. Well, some kids grown and gone, get to know that new person that's at your house now, which is your boo thing. We don't want to do that. I use this analogy all the time. If you look at other cultures, they may have a side chick in an apartment complex all the way on the other side of town, but home is home, and they take care of them. Hispanics, they may have all of them living in one household, but they always rely on each other and they're tight knit. We're the only people being torn apart regularly in terms of
letting it happen and letting it happen.
But that's because we get with people that we don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting with people building lives with people that we don't know.
Right.
And then wonder why the foundation is breaking.
Yeah.
In conjunction with the welfare system.
There's that.
That's one of the main root causes.
Did you go all the way back to Claudine though?
Insincerity. The water is very important, but
the water.
I think the influx of the welfare system being brought into our culture.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
I know plenty of people, man. 4 generations on welfare.
What?
Same got it.
Wow.
Hey, man, I got a book I got to give you, Ira. It speaks about a woman that lived in the in the projects from when they was built to when they tore them motherfuckers down, man. And you know how many grandbabies been raised in that same damn apartment?
Did she make money
off the apartment? Not even a house, like apartment.
No, just imagine your great grandparent, being raised in the projects and lived there. Her daughter lived there. The grandbaby lived there. The great grand. It's a way of life. You know what I mean? It's indoctrination.
That's like a generational curse.
At this point,
yeah.
If nobody moves and changes the what they call it, the trajectory. Like if that's the thing that you can look up to strive to be is, well, I got my own Section 8 now. You know what I mean? Got my food stamps and shit like that. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it.
But
I think it should be a time limit on that shit.
No, but that goes back to, but if that's all you know, though.
Yeah.
If that's all you know, it's unfortunate. But if that's all you know, like I told somebody earlier, I was like, if you only know love to be equated through somebody hitting you upside your head, then that's all you know.
Yeah.
And until you know better, you really don't do better.
Yeah.
And a lot
just
of
like
us
you said,
and we're not willing to know better.
And you got to take yourself out of that place and go somewhere different.
Yep.
Maybe you could find something different. I took Miss 12 to a bookstore on one of our first dates.
Yes, come on.
It was our second date. Yeah, it was our second date.
Yeah, and depending on
he watched the hell out of me.
Depending on which section she went into.
Yeah.
I would have left her ass where she was. But
if she had went to that psych section or that how to kill somebody section.
No, see, we went to the same section.
We
went to the same section.
Okay.
Nonfiction, self-help books.
So
which makes me.
Section. We went to nonfiction, but I went to history.
Nice. Okay.
And he went to nonfiction. It was like murder cases. And I was a little bit worried, like I was a little bit perturbed Okay, because I'm thinking like, why is this nigga going to the murder like news section? Like, but then I thought about who I was and who my father was, and then I wasn't worried about it because like, I mean, he could blink and I could probably like off his ass in a heartbeat. So, like, on God, like, I mean, I'm not joking about that. Like, look at his face right now.
Long story short.
Yeah, long story short.
I ended up buying the color purple.
Okay. Yeah. And I ended up
I've always seen the movie, but I never had read the book.
The book is more detailed.
Wait, hold on. Oh my God, you bought the color purple?
Celia and Miss Suge got to be the what the daddy said of the movie. I heard you got that nasty woman. That book is real nasty.
Why do you sound like them? Oh, that's so weird. Okay.
That's a great date.
I try to imitate.
No, yeah, it was a beautiful date. Yeah, that's it really was. Date. I never knew that I was being watched.
But I have a question.
I went to school for sociology, so I'm very observant. I observe.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you definitely are. You have a question?
I do have a question.
Yeah.
So Ira, being the other single person on the call, so of course there's talk about where should you go in terms of a first date or a date and how much money you should spend. I am a fan of coffee dates. I'm a fan of breakfast dates. I'm definitely a fan of bookstore dates. What are your thoughts on these expensive dates? Because I'm not spending a lot of money on you and I'm not letting you spend a lot of money on me.
Referring to me?
You, just in general, just as a man, yes. What are your thoughts on these expensive dates that women are wanting people to take them on?
Well, I hope every man that's listening don't do it. My thing is, if a woman say, "I like to go to Ruth Chris," first thing I'm asking, when last time you been? They say they never. I'll tell them, go treat yourself first, and then tell me how it was. And we have that conversation. But I believe that maybe a walk in the park or meet at a park and sit down and talk, or have some ice cream on the cone or something like that.
Love an ice cream date.
All that extra stuff is spending all this money for no apparent reason is absurd. Myself personally, I wouldn't mind meeting them at a bookstore or going to a mall and just sitting down talking, or going to the park, sitting down talking, having a glass of wine. If I could, my crazy thing is this right here. It's not crazy, but I back in my day, I met women and I would cook. And they will come over. I tell them where I live, see my address. They'll come over and they'll be blown away. Like, you really cook this food? I'm like, yeah. There's no way you could. Yes, I cook. And we will have a genuine conversation. I mean, a serious conversation. But it doesn't go no further than maybe a week or two. Because and the reason why I say that, remember, I think I mentioned to y'all, went out on a date with a young lady. And she basically was done with the date because she said I was too confident.
You was too confident.
Yeah.
Now I gotta ask y'all, because me and Miss 12, we've been married going on a decade now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I mentioned us going to the bookstore. That was the second date, but the first one was dinner in a movie. People don't do dinner in a movie no more.
Yeah.
No.
It's fucking absurd to me.
No, because
I thought that was the Commonwealth date of
No, baby. You can't take, oh my God. With the girls I know, you can't take them out on dinner and a movie.
Right.
They will literally call all of their homegirls, girlfriends, whatever, mom, dad, even dad, and they'll be like, bitch. Girl. You will not believe what this nigga did. You won't believe it. And I'm like, girl, what? Bitch, what he do? What he do? He took me to the movie theater.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, what'd you see? You know what? Let me call you. Let me call you when you get your mind right. And I'm like, wait, no. What did he take you to see? Yeah, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. And they hang up. That has happened 3 times. 3.
Yannie, you were absolutely right. The cell phone and the devices.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all remember a couple years ago, baby? I know you remember when
Okay, but
the
I
guy
don't know where
it
you're
was
going with this, but go ahead.
the guy he tried to he took the girl to Cheesecake Factory
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
because he had to cancel the date that he planned because she was too late.
That was
She,
this
and
summer. Yeah, that was this past summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
this song, I
yeah.
thought it was last year. I don't know. It was, but you know what I'm
No,
talking about, right?
yeah, you work
And
too
then
much.
people
Yeah, it was
started
this past
making
summer.
these women started making these long lists of where not to take them.
Yes.
The only place they didn't mention was Pluto. You can't take them to the fair. Can't take them to root.
I guess
But
Ain't nobody building up all these goddamn
uh,
brand new
yeah.
restaurants where I'm
It-
from.
Right.
and for
Again,
what?
it's that
Yeah.
expectation, man. That-
It's that dog, ain't it, Butcher?
That's the
Delusions of grandeur. I told you. I
yeah.
told you.
They
Yeah.
And how are you really getting to know that person?
Right.
Cause
Yeah.
they too busy taking pictures of the food
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
See, here's a great first date for me because you want a
Mm-hmm.
date that makes your partner want to put their phone down. So you tell them where to meet you, what time,
Hey,
blah 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 blah.
Ira, listen to this, Ira.
And then you plan a date. Well, he had some great suggestions. He said somewhere in the park,
Yeah.
you know, or an ice cream date. I think an ice cream date is a
Ooh.
great first date because you're eating something sweet. You know, he gets some visual stimulation. That's just me and how my mind works, depending on what she's eating. And you get to have great conversation around something sweet, and you don't have to worry about your breath. Coffee, you kind of have to worry about your breath. Um, but it's a great conversation starter. You could actually talk. You can have,
Yeah.
you can ask questions. You can ask, ask and answer questions. Um, I don't recommend nighttime dates if you're trying to get to know somebody. If you're trying to get to know somebody, get to know them during the day
Yeah.
True.
because then you
Yeah.
can get to know them and there's no pressure to perform or to have sex or to be something that you're not. And then a movie theater is not a great place to get to know somebody because it's dark. You can't really have a conversation without people shushing you.
Yeah.
So, and then dinner in a crowded restaurant over an expensive meal. Now you put your date under pressure because now he has to pay for this expensive meal. Why not do something fun where you both are engaging in a great conversation and you're getting to know each other? Church is also a great date. Great date.
Yeah.
Meet me at this church. I saw it, blah, 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 blah. And it doesn't even have to be a church that you go to. It can just be a church.
Oh, any church. Okay.
Yeah, any church. Doesn't have
Okay.
to be your church because, you don't want to be bringing people around your congregation and it don't
Oh
work out.
yeah. God
And
no.
then people talking
As a
about you
matter
Yeah.
like,
of fact, I add to that. Go to a church that's not even your denomination.
yes,
If you're a
yes.
Christian, go to a Muslim mosque or
Yep.
something different like that because
Hmm.
when they greet you, they're gonna greet y'all as if y'all are a married couple.
Mm-hmm.
And now y'all can fake it till you make it.
It's definitely something. And then take a dance class. I am a fan of ballroom dancing because
Love
ballroom
it.
or just the dance class period. I'm a stepper. I'm from Chicago, so I step.
So
And
no,
Oh wait,
so
hold up. You from
you
Chicago?
from Chi-Town?
yes, born and
Oh my
raised. I
God.
just got I
You
just
ever
got here 3 years ago.
you ever heard
Are you
of
serious?
Lashina Weekly?
No. I know people by faces, not by names, which is terrible.
Right.
Her
Yeah.
son was a rapper, man, and I'm so proud of her. Her son got killed. He was one of them drill rappers,
Oh wow.
and
Okay.
she
Wait, hold
filed a
on.
lawsuit.
Pause.
She
Pause.
filed
You're
a
proud of her?
yeah, I'm proud of her.
Okay.
She fi-
Okay.
she she filed a lawsuit against the guy that paid to get her son killed, and
Okay.
they
Yeah, I
locked
can
his
see
ass
that.
up
Yeah.
yesterday.
That's
Oh,
good.
Little
yeah.
That
Dirt,
is good.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
she
I
good.
have
lost a
no
bunch
idea
of
who that
kids,
is.
man.
Wow.
She lost a bunch of kids to the murder and
Gun violence.
untimely demise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wait, so okay, so you said a dance class.
Take a dance
Um,
class because a
Ballroom.
dance class. So this is gonna rub a lot of women the wrong way. But I get it why we're this way. A dance class is a great opportunity for men to step up and lead. because you have to hold her frame a certain way. You have to be able to lead and guide her in a dance, and you have to be able to hold her weight. And how you perform in the dance is a direct reflection of her. So she technically does all the work, and then you have to support her in that work, right? So a dance class is great for something like that. And how she looks is a direct reflection on you, kind of like relationships. Everything I do has to do with relationships. That's why I was a chauffeur, because I wanted to take people on date nights.
So I love that.
That's just a great date night idea. And you can't have your phones in there. Yeah, you can have your phones when you first take the picture, and it's like, okay, now we're gonna go take this class. But now, no, it's just me and you eye to eye. Also, gazing is a great date, and it's like, okay, well, what's gazing? We're gonna stare at each other for 5 minutes. When was the last time you looked somebody directly in their eyes? That doesn't happen often. We're gonna give each other compliments. This is further in dating, of course, but let's give each other compliments for 2 minutes. What can you compliment your mate on in 2 minutes? If you got nothing, then you need to reevaluate what y'all talking about. What are y'all doing?
Oh, that's so deep. That's like, you know what? Me and Big 12, we did this thing. It's called Tantric.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the name of that? Yeah. What's that name? They got a show on Netflix.
You're talking about
Paltrow.
Yeah, Goop.
That was a really good show.
Goop. Yeah.
I love that. I loved it. But a couple of my girlfriends, they were like so mad at it because they were so mad at it because there's this part in Goop where the instructor is trying to teach the wife how to like get her husband off, and you have to agree to
you need to watch that one. You need to watch that one.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to agree to what?
You have to agree to the instructor showing you how to get your husband off. And this woman was so like far bent on the whole thing, but she agreed to it. And the instructor like literally gave her husband a like hand job. And she was like, oh my God, I've never done that before. I've never done that. And she was like, oh my God. So
were these people?
You said what now?
What ethnicity were these people?
They were black.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
But
they were black. But
see, black folks just think that sex is the P and the V.
Listen, and so when I tell you, I'm gonna lean in when I say this. There are so many men that only know the vaginal spot in terms of giving her an orgasm and not even realizing she has so many other ways to have an orgasm. Number one. Number two, she doesn't know that the pleasure of him, when you take him to that level, it brings you down to this level. And there are so many women with like 3, 4, 5 kids, married for 10, 12 years and have never had an orgasm.
And have never, oh my God, Yannie, girl, sis, thank you for saying that. They don't know.
No,
they don't know.
And remember when I said, and when I asked that question, where one of my dating questions is, are you a giver or are you a taker? That's what that was referring to. And if you don't know what it is, then I can't help you, because that already had my answer.
Yeah. Now, what was so weird, or I won't even say weird, but I'll say this. The instructor did that to her husband and showed her she showed her what to do, right? But the instructor also showed the husband on, hey, this is what you need to do to her. And they brought in a guy. They brought a guy in.
The instructor is an equal opportunist, ain't he? I'm gonna freak both of y'all off.
As he should.
Right. But they were on the verge of divorce. The husband, he would never communicate anything to her. and she was the one that wanted to go on the show. So make a long story short, they go on the show, and he gets done, she gets done, and they stayed together. They're still together.
That's
Um,
all.
Simply because that, the wife was willing to go the distance and say, hey, I don't give a shit that it's another woman touching you. I just need to know what this bitch is doing. And that to me is dedication. And I think that's what's missing. What's missing
It's opening up the lines of communication. And it's opening up the line.
Like Big
So,
12. If Big 12 need to get jerked off by a goddamn white woman with gray eyebrows, I wouldn't give a fuck. Hey, bitch, if you teach me
I
something I don't
do.
know,
I do. I do.
hey, but you gonna
If
let that
Big
shit
12,
happen.
if Big
But you
12,
gonna let
if
that
Big
happen.
12, if Big 12 needs something, Big 12 gonna say he needs something. Big 12 ain't finna sit there quiet and act like you know what I need when I need it. What the fuck?
absolutely.
Yeah, we ain't.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't. Hey, I
But
don't. We don't. Hey, we can watch the group. We don't gotta participate. Yeah,
but
all
I'm
them
a
old ass white
but I'm
women.
gonna wrap
No
it up.
disrespect.
But
No
I'm gonna wrap it
disrespect.
up. I'm gonna wrap it up because
Yeah,
hey,
cause I.
we
Yeah. Thank
we got
baby. Thank
stuff
you
to
for. Thank
do.
you. Yeah, cause we got
Yeah, we
stuff to
got
do
stuff to
later.
do.
Speaking of goop.
But
I wish we could continue this conversation though, because shit, we can go all night, but I got to, we got to work in the morning, stuff like that. But it has been such a pleasure, Miss Yanni, because it's
Yeah,
so much I so much that I've wanted to ask you.
Look,
yeah.
we didn't
Um,
even get into the sex part, which is like my the
no,
top. Like
because
hey,
that's my thing.
yes.
my wife
Yo,
turned me on to a book called Good Dick Diaries.
Mm,
Have you ever heard of it?
I have not.
She's gonna have to share that with you.
Okay,
Um
Yanni, I need you to come back. Please
no
come back.
problem. Just let me know
Please come
when.
back. Ira, you ain't got no choice, nigga. Okay? You ain't got no choice. You gotta come back. You need it. You need it. We need another tie. We need to see another tie. Okay, and
and I
another
gotta
vest.
I
But
gotta buy some more
I'll
shirts.
wear
I'm
my
running
tie
out of
next
shirts.
time.
yeah, and Big 12, hey, you know what it is, baby. I'll see you when you get upstairs.
Did you
But
see how she dropped her voice?
um
Did you see how she dropped her voice when she did that?
Hey,
but let me tell you, but let me tell you.
she know my spot.
No,
Yeah, she know my
Yanni,
spot.
no. Yanni is the truth. She's the
Yeah,
truth, and there is no lie in her.
yeah,
But next episode, we have to talk about the sex. It's so many people that are so uncomfortable
So
talking about
deprived.
that.
Oh,
So deprived. And like I said, I'm a Scorpio. So like my soul
baby.
is already out there. It's already
Mm,
out there. Pisces, come through. Like I
yeah.
know you there. So like it's so many people that are so uncomfortable
So
with
uncomfortable. And why?
it makes no sense. It makes no sense because
Man.
if you link up with someone, even if it's just a date, and we're gonna talk about that too, because what is dating? That's the next episode right there. What is dating and
yeah.
what is a relationship? But it's so many people that are so uncomfortable with just being out there and putting it forward. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because the whole Goop episode, like,
Baby. Let me just quickly because I know you gotta go.
no,
That,
go ahead, go ahead.
that whole group episode, what it does is it opens the eyes to people that aren't used to seeing things like that. It's been around for years. People have been teaching
Yep.
it for years, but what it did was it opened the Pandora's box to us,
To
some of us
black
who are,
people.
yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
No, just say it. Just say,
Yeah,
yeah, black
so
people.
that we can see that, oh, we can open Pandora's box, or we can go
Mm-hmm.
over there and play, and you
Yeah.
absolutely can, but you got to understand the rules when you go play, though.
Yeah, because Pandora is a freak.
Yes,
Okay. Pandora is a
yes,
freak.
yes, yes, yes.
And I'll
And
leave y'all with this, because you definitely right. The only thing black people knew about Goop before Goop was them Twa movies and them Zane books.
Oh
That's the
no,
only thing we knew.
baby.
That's the only thing we knew about a box.
Mhm.
Twa 1,
Yep.
Twa 2 with the lady from Players Club, Ronnie. But thank you once again, Miss Yannie Brown. If y'all
You're so
must
welcome.
know, like I said, she's an author, she's an entrepreneur, she's a blogger, and she does speaking engagements. But if you want to go to her YouTube channel at Making Love Better, I think that's is it Making Love Better?
It is
Together.
well, the whole thing is making love better together, but all my social media
Together.
platform, yes, because my concept has been simple for a long time. It's going to take all of us coming together collectively to restore balance to love.
Yeah.
And I like the way, okay, so right below her name, that's her handle on all social medias.
Yeah.
Ira, thank
Yeah.
you once again, brother. You always come in the clutch, man. And Miss 12, you know I couldn't do none of this without you. Because I'm a
Yeah,
reformed
so
nothing ass nigga.
Yes,
And you
sir.
know, you make me the great that I am, you know. So man, once again, thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank
Hopefully we can
you.
get some more subscribers. Y'all be watching but won't subscribe. But hey, we ain't gonna hate you. We ain't gonna hate you for that, man. As long as you're enjoying yourself, learning something new each day, that's all we here for. You know,
absolutely.
Oh
it
yeah.
ain't. Yeah, we'll be greater later.
There you
So
go.
with that being said, peace out.
Have a good night.
Deuces. Good
Have-
That's
night.
12. We out.